I know, right? Hello there. Sorry for the late start. My dad gave me a call, and I did want to hear from him, so figured I'd chat with him for a little bit before I start my stream. So we will be going for 2 4-hour streams today, at least trying to make 2 2-hour streams. 2 4-hour streams. Trying to stream for 8 hours today is what I'm trying to say. So maybe we'll add 30 minutes onto the end. All right. So let's head back to the war table.
So I'm thinking.
Get that. Hi there, Kitty. So yes, welcome. Yes, Kitty is quite excited. Aren't you, Kitty? What's going on over here?
A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any
guests?
visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lord Nadovino of Antiva, a friend of my family not normally given to politics.
How did you get him to support the Inquisition?
Antivan are touched by worthy deeds, Inquisitor. I impressed him with the rightness of our cause. I also promised him 40 bottles from our wine cellar. He's had his eye on the Tevinter ports for years.
Very nice. I'm so glad that Josephina is no longer under threat of death. Hi, Kitty. Yes, I know. Yes, you're a cat. Oh, yes. We love them scritches, don't we? Good scritches. Okay, let's check on these. Getting things moving along. The old guard forward. Sigil of Gamordan Stormrider. Rosier's, okay. Enhanced Life Ward Amulet. Eventually agreed to intervene with his forces and guard the College of Magi's gates from the crowds. Okay. Dwarven slaves in the Venatori hands. We have freed them, and we got some gold. Offer of help on their terms. Eyes of the Maker. What's that? Offer from the Crows. Delicate negotiation outfitting the crew. All right, I admit it. I'm interested. What do you got here?
Yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana.
Skyhold Center claims to be from the
Perhaps
assassin.
it was both.
Liliana, cooperating with Team Crows, works to our advantage. They have more knowledge of Enzo, can contracts from their assistance
Inquisitor.
for the future. Excellent. Ooh, delicate negotiations sounds like a job for what's her name? I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Religion Princess invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. Dang. There's a great deal of bad blood between these nations. I'll do my best to facilitate their talks. Wow. 1648. I don't know what our legions mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. It's both at the same time. I know the Empress Celine, and she owes you for the whole saved her life business. Considering this also helps save mine, perhaps Inquisition could help make these talks happen. So between Alistair and Celine, so a peace between these two countries. That sounds very useful. Thank you. Yes, Josephine, do that. That'll take up her entire everything she's doing during today. But that's worth happening for sure. So outfitting the crew. Or Eyes of the Maker. Alrighty, I do need to attend the party. Outfitting the crew sounds more like a Cullen job. Question the wisdom of the Inquisitor in such a contentious time. Fear to insist on relying on mercenaries acting in our names. We should ask that they represent us properly. Okay. We should make them formidable. Make them formidable. Heavy armor.
All right.
All right, so in about 10 minutes, some people are going to become available. Some spies. Enhanced Life Ward Amulet. So who's got a trash amulet right now? We'll just give them the Enhanced Life Ward Amulet. Let's actually hold on to this. In fact, let's put it in the... Let's put it in storage. I feel like that's something we need for like a big mission. Because it's a one-time use thing, I believe. Doesn't say it's one-time use. Shatters. Okay, yes, it's a one-time use thing. So let's deposit that, and we will come back to that later. Okay. I think we need to head back to the what's it? Anything interesting, Varric?
Need something?
Carry on.
Solus, what's up?
How can I help?
Think about Corypheus.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
Although you have ended the battle in Olay, it will take the country some time to recover. Corypheus faces a decision. Accelerate his plan to gain power, or abandon his dream of conquering Olay for now. He will never abandon his dream.
Okay, tell me
I'd
about
like
your
to hear
journeys.
more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tell me about some old memories.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a dwarf emerge into the light of day and shield his eyes against the sun. First time he had seen it.
Imagine that's happened
Tears
several
were
times.
streaming from his eyes. I thought them from the blazing light, until I saw the rock he held so tightly. Then he laid the rock down gently, and he left it as he walked away.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found an ancient dwarven thaig no longer sheltered by the stone. An earthquake had exposed it all to daylight. 1,000 dwarven corpses lay, the victims of a dark-spawn horde. Their last stand marked by one great ring of armor. In the middle, one small body, clutching tightly to a small stuffed toy.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
The Alamari crossed the Frostback Mountains to escape a beast they called the Shadow Goddess in their story. I met the spirit that they fled. She walks the Fade along the southern tundra, weeping lonely and forgotten. Great Ferelden formed because a lonely spirit drove her prey away.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
That's not the way I wanted to go. Actually, no. Let's go through here. Let's talk to Cullen. And then we'll head up the stairs and see what else we can get. What's up, Cullen?
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me... If there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it
Awesome.
always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
Past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I'll feel better when we take down Corypheus.
As will I. He will not elude us forever.
Excellent. What's up, Cassandra?
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor.
Oh.
Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
Okay, so that's for Cassandra to do.
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
That's true.
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
So nobody ever watched over the Seekers?
It was the Divine's duty. But she could only do so much when the truth was hidden from her. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can
There's
still be
Leliana.
salvaged, but not by their own hands.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role.
Okay.
Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What kind of gifts do you have?
Huh?
I can set the
Oh, bye, I
lyrium
love you.
within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some
Holy
Seekers
crap.
use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the
Okay.
Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control.
It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified.
That's unfortunate.
If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
Mages should be free. Sorry.
Mages were oppressed. What else did you expect?
I expected us to do better. When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable.
Of course.
It was difficult to watch.
All right, just a moment. It got caught in my foot as I was trying to go help my wife, and just bang! I'm really sorry about that. It was not supposed to happen. Smokey's interested.
How
Hello.
does someone
Hi,
become a
Smokey.
seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
What's the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We
Yeah.
empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion.
Okay.
And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
That sounds magic.
Was it some kind of magic?
I don't fully understand it, to be honest. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
I've
That's
no
enough for
more
now.
questions.
That's not true, though. I do have more questions.
Surely you have better things to do.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I'd rather not.
I'll let you get back to work.
Still not done.
Surely you have better things to do.
Wow, she really doesn't like the fact that I keep siding with the mages.
So, you're a candidate for Divine now.
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
So,
Do you have any advice for me?
This matter with the Grey Wardens must be dealt with, quickly. That ancient order gets into far more trouble than they're worth. I should have listened to Liliana's suspicions sooner.
any more advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, But that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
Any more advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
Do
Any
you
more
have any
advice?
advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Sarah present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
Any more
Do you
advice?
have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchanter Vivian into the Inquisition.
Glad you
She
like
is
it.
ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry. My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Any more
Do you
advice?
have any advice for me?
We must guard Skyhold carefully. There is no telling when Corypheus will
True.
next attack.
Any more advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable.
Yeah.
And I agree.
That's true.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must keep an eye on the College of Clerics. The moment they elect a divine, things could change quickly.
It's true.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must guard Skyhold carefully.
Okay.
There is no
So we're
telling when
repeating.
Corypheus will next attack.
All right, we're repeating,
That's
so we're
enough
done.
for now.
As you wish.
She came a lot colder. Like I was all, hey, you know what? I think the mages are good people. I think you guys are abusing them, and you should not be so mean. And she's just like, you know what? I'm about done with you, Inquisitor.
Nothing. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's all right. See what else is going on in here.
You're doing good work, boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming.
I'm
Next
glad.
time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you tell me more about Saharon?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Talva Shoth, my people, and the Vince, you were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
What are things like for the natives of Saharon?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talked to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
What happened next?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
Man, you've seen some crap.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
Tell me about the Talva Shoths.
When Qunari can't handle the fighting in Saharan or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
Then you're not Talbashot?
Isn't that what you did, though?
Hey, when I burned out, I didn't go rogue. I reported in and went where the Ben Hasrath sent me. I'm doing my job. Serving the Qun out here. I'm not some bandit. I am
Offended him.
nothing like them.
Sorry to offend.
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Actually, no. Let's go talk.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
Good gracious, man.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your
Keep it
company.
in your pants.
Yeah,
Come on.
Come on. It'll be fun. Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship, I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
I can think of worse places to go with Cremisius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? They just run around binding their breasts like that.
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
You don't have to pass for a man to be a mercenary.
I'm not passing as anything.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunatlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
So Grim.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain, something like that.
He used the Grim trick with us. That's awesome.
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Understandable.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Right, I know.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap.
That happens.
Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
You really take in anyone, don't you?
Anyone who can carry their weight in a fight.
And who can put up with your bullshit, Chief?
man can beat the chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with those cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
All right, good deal. Actually, Krem, anything else going on with you?
Your worship?
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, met Bull near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my pants, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Tevinter Imperium so easily.
It's not like I lived in Minrathous. I was in Trevis, not far from the Navaran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
So?
It's against the law to pass as a man?
It's a crime to lie on an Imperial application for service. Would have been a heavy fine or slavery. 10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like this my whole life. My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger... I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
How did slaves drive your family out of business?
My father made shirts, aprons, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. One of the magisters had a pet project to prevent the poor from dying of cold in the winter. Nice, right? He had Imperial slaves making simple peasant clothes and selling them for almost nothing. That magister's nice idea put out slave-made clothes at prices my father couldn't match.
It's difficult to compete with someone who doesn't get paid.
That's Tevinter. My father sold himself into slavery. He's one of the Servus Publicus, the Imperium-owned slaves now.
We'll talk later.
Oh, he's not over here. What's up, Sarah?
Her gracious lady bit.
So, you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and... I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I just... I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything the way it should be. Praying's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though. Shite.
Corypheus.
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 Sack Splash. I know his name. Doesn't deserve the respect of me saying it, does he?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people. Right, which ones?
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
What about Cole?
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
What do you think about Solus?
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
What do you think about Iron Bull?
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
What do you think about Dorian?
What about Dorian?
He's fun. Could lose a bit more to Vinter.
Vivienne?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Blackwall?
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
Cassandra?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
The advisor.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
Alright, that's good for now.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here. Ready for waiting.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on. Her gracious lady bit.
I'm just trying to
I'll be
jump.
back if I need you.
Go on.
Why is it the one time I'm actually trying to jump you won't let me? Oh, I guess I can't go through that. Alright, never mind. Cole, what's happening?
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know? He sounds new. Echoes of laughter on an empty riverbed. Not for sailing, but safer.
So, Cole. Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Very well.
Well, let me know.
I wish I knew what the daggers were about. Oh, that's the wrong way.
Thank you.
Inquisitor?
That's Corypheus. He's a snake.
Oh, there you are.
Inquisitor?
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of wardens.
Thought we had this
I can
conversation.
very well explain why so many have disappeared.
Are you feeling all right? No voices or anything?
If I start hearing things, I promise you'll be the first to know.
How much do you know about Corypheus?
Not much. I always thought the stories of Magisters corrupting the Golden City were just that. Stories. I didn't expect them to be true, and I certainly didn't expect to find one of them still alive.
Corypheus stopped being human a long time ago. Darkspawn don't have human lifespans, do they?
No, I suppose they don't. They're unnatural and sustained by evil. It's been thousands of years. You'd think the Wardens would have managed to kill the first Darkspawn by now.
Don't the Grey Wardens know everything about Darkspawn?
You don't have to know how a Darkspawn came to be in order to kill it. We're soldiers, not historians.
It's
And the
true.
world would be better off if people focused on defeating evil rather than explaining how it came to be.
Do you know if there are more Darkspawn like Corypheus?
I don't know. I'm not sure any Warden knows.
Let's discuss something else. Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
I'll trust that you know what you're talking about.
We'll manage, if it comes to that.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Where were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Here, move my feet. Oh, kitty. You're okay. I moved my feet and startled him. I didn't mean to. What's
First,
in
a
here?
full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Cole's been nicking the herbs.
There's no end of it. I can store an army.
Wow, there's a dusty old library that I just found. I'd never been up this way. Well, this playthrough anyway. Oh, hey, Josephine. Oh, I've accidentally happened back to where I needed to be. All right. Oh, kitty, you been in the shower. He loves drinking from the shower. He knows he's not supposed to. Outfitting the crew. Okay. Offer from the crows. Trinket under a raid from the Venatori. Missing assassin. That sounds very much like something for our spy master, the missing assassin. Alright, let's get that missing assassin taken care of with Liliana. Zevran would be a useful ally. Final research demo normally maintaining an alliance with
Inquisitor.
Okay. Let's see. Reparations for Redcliffe sounds great. We can send people to make repairs that might satisfy the Arl.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, since we have allied with the...
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste, preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
That's really funny. All right. I still need to go investigate the loft, and then that should give enough time for Liliana to do her mission. All right. So, let's see. What have we... Smokey's very interested. Smokey the gamer cat. He loves games.
It's good to see you.
Where were you raised, Josephine?
I was born in Antiva City, but when I turned 15, Mother declared I'd attend finishing school in Val Royaux. But I bawled into her skirts the day I had to leave.
You must have missed her terribly.
I did. And she was most unsympathetic to my wailing. But my mother only wanted the best for me. Living in Orlais was an education in itself.
So,
what did you learn at this finishing school in Val Royaux?
Among other things, mathematics, rhetoric, poetry, history, logic, and a great deal of etiquette. I still remember Madame Beventir's switch on my knuckles when I forgot the basic tenets of Nevaran dining customs. For a dowager approaching her 80th year, she had quite the arm.
Oh, gracious.
How did the younger you like Val Royaux when you arrived?
Have you ever stepped into a new city and felt the buildings couldn't possibly be real? That was Val Royaux to me. So beautifully foreign, I gaped at its spires for months.
Does
Surely they
Antiva
have something
City
like that
have
in
nothing
Antiva.
that compares to Val Royaux?
Antiva City is a jewel among the capitals.
That's what I was thinking.
But I did not appreciate that before I traveled. There are multitudes of places I'd like to see. Saharan, the Anderfels, whatever lies past the Amarantine Ocean.
Tell me about Antiva, then.
What's the land like in Antiva?
The settled areas are quite lush. The vineyards run as far as the eye can see in some places. Antiva City, however, perches right up against the Rialto Bay. That's what I miss most. The sea crashing against the maze of the docks.
I have difficulty seeing you wandering around a trading port.
Everyone in Antiva City spends time by the ships, my lady. The finest restaurants and poets all make their habitation by the sea. The waterfront's never still. Lanterns are lit along the promenade no matter what the weather.
Sounds like you miss it.
Are you ever homesick?
Occasionally. When a breeze stirs the trees in the garden, I sometimes pretend it's the sound of the surf. Do you know, I even miss those terrible squawking birds infesting the harbor. My youngest sister used to throw whole loaves of bread to the gulls. Silly thing.
Tell me more about Antiva. Who's in charge?
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name. Quite loudly, I might add.
So,
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
how does anything even get done?
Sounds like more of a mob than a meeting.
It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
I can be most exuberant when it's called for. Just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion. Might
Poor
we speak
kid.
of something else?
You got broken. Poor kid.
You haven't really gone into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met... let me think. We met the last few years of my schooling, but we became friends after I became ambassador to Olay. It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the Inquisition?
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Liliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
I assume the entire problem was some form of trial.
You assume correctly. Liliana claims she needed someone of painful integrity for the Inquisition. I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
So.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met in Val Royaux. Liliana used to wander the Orlesian courts, singing the sweetest songs, charming the greatest wits. Now she collects secrets and takes risks that would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
Yeah, she's very different than she was in the first game.
Does Liliana confide in you?
She enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures. Liliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief.
Tell me about the Montiliers.
Well, my parents are alive and in good health. They live in our estate in Antiva City. Of my 4 siblings, most attend to the running of the family vineyards. That reminds me, I must ask someone to make sure Yvette attends the spring reception at the palace. My youngest sister has no head for social engagements.
Why are you overseeing your siblings' social lives?
It's Antivan custom. After a certain age, the heir apparent runs the family's estate to prove they're worthy of succession. If you're unfit for the task, the heads of the house, usually one's parents, may decree a new heir.
What do these Antivan heads of the household do if they don't run it?
They work and provide guidance. I've taken advice from my parents. Well, mostly mother. Father's more of an artist. It's rather gauche, but we never can dissuade him from running his own salons. Between him and my siblings, mother's looking forward to my taking over the estate.
I imagine there must be give and take between a family heir and their parents.
There is a fair amount of arbitration. Bickering, if one is less polite. But managing
Arbitration.
the estate is my duty. As much work as it is, I will not shirk it.
Is running your family's estate that important to you?
I'm responsible for their welfare. A Montilier never shuns their familiar duty. Taxing as those duties can sometimes be.
Maybe your siblings could help lighten your burden.
You don't know them. But Lorien in charge, or Antoine, or Yvette? No, truly. It must be me.
Let's speak
Okay.
later.
Farewell.
That was a long conversation. I wonder. How's this coming along? Remember, one of them was like 10 minutes. There's a minute left on that one. this one is going to be another hour, and this one's going to be the rest of the
I should
day.
inspect the condition of the trebuchets. It must be calibrated to reach the proper range.
Again? How many?
How's that, Dorian?
Believe my father's gall. Of course, he couldn't come here to Skyhold. No, that would be too much. But contacting some southern cleric on the sly, much wiser. If this is some Venatori connivance, I will be utterly disappointed.
I should go.
As you wish.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
I'll leave you to it.
Inquisitor,
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Excellent. I'm glad
As
you
you were.
approve.
Yes, Inquisitor.
So, Liliana, what's going on here?
At your service, my lady.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He saved
Good
us,
kid.
did you know? I would have lost my love without Morrigan's child. I
Really?
may never know her intentions, but I'll always be grateful.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
I need a report, though.
I'm listening.
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her.
Excellent.
At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
Anything else?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
All right.
We're supposed to have 52 copies of Hard in Hightown, and we're missing all but 4.
You acquitted yourself well enough in the game, my dear, and now you have the gratitude of an empire. Well done.
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the Circle?
After the Circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
Okay.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
So we have 3 copies of Hard in Hightown. The others are around somewhere. There's another.
can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression? Who is this potion for?
Oh. See, after that forbidden magic, it seems like mages are always after forbidden magic. Almost like we cannot help it. They're hard in Hightown. So Varric apparently is a very successful writer. Perhaps a humorously successful writer. Oh. We might actually become a necromancer sooner rather than later. Everyone is freaking reading hard in Hightown. Is there one up here by any chance? No? Okay. Is there hard in Hightown up here by any chance? Maybe upstairs. Yep, there is one up here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's just the stairwell up, and that stairs, ladder. More hard in Hightown. And more over there. Trying to find all the places that'd be unlikely to look, unless I'm deliberately looking. Okay, that's the ladder.
no uncertainty for her.
Greetings, Inquisitor.
And she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her
What
beacon.
work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carries is what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
That would be good.
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance of an archdemon. Of that, I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god.
Right.
Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun?
Good
His
question.
dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
I could use your company for my excursions outside Skyhold.
I have spent my share of time wandering the wilderness in the company of others, Inquisitor.
Indeed.
Thank you for the invitation, but for now I will restrict my efforts to researching the arcane.
So.
Is it even possible that Corypheus could succeed?
The Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world.
Right.
This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
That's concerning.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
I wouldn't know how, if that's even possible.
Perhaps Corypheus fears the moment when you learn.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kukari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight?
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. In the end, what he did for me, I will always be grateful. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my home.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
Right.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
All right.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
Indeed.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Mother Giselle?
Herald of Andraste.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Actually.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Your worship, I suppose.
How do I get up there?
Know this. There is but
Harden Hightown.
all things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lives. For you are the fire at the heart of the world, and comfort is only yours to give.
There it is.
For you are the fire at the heart of the world, and comfort is only yours to give.
Inquisitor.
Let's check down here real quick. I'm not convinced we've been everywhere there is to be down here. Ah, okay. Found a wine cellar. Okay, the library is practically guaranteed to have some of these books. As is the kitchen. Alright, where's the library? I know it's around here somewhere. Harden Hightown in the library, of course it is. In the under library. This isn't the correct library. Alright. Hold on. Harden Hightown in front of her, too. Still missing 25 copies of Harden Hightown. Alright, let's get this next thing going. I need to use a restroom soon. Wooden crow figurine, okay. Word from Zevran Aranai.
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Check the location of Lady Enzo. We're going to turn unexpected. Shall we say goodbye to our troublesome friend? We're just talented, but also outnumbered. May just could create a distraction. Eliminate Enzo and the Venatori from the confusion.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Darkspawn have been driven back on the Storm Coast.
Let us pray they do not return.
Meow. So my foil with the Inquisition used to be Vivienne. I think it's now Cassandra. About 20 more minutes before this one is complete. Okay. Let's continue. Need to continue going around Skyhold and just looking for these books. Meow. At least one of them's going to be in my quarters. I can almost guarantee it. Such an out-of-the-way place. So we got 22 left somewhere. $21 left. Nothing over this way? All right. Whatever. Going to be several copies in the tavern. Check over here. Going to be at least one copy in here. Almost sure of it. Any books around here? Wow, I am surprised. Legitimately. Really thought there was going to be a book in the Undercroft. All right. Where does this go? Oh, we've been around here already. Nope, that's not the way I want to go. This is the way I want to go.
Stone met, Inquisitor.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what, you finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Be nice if there's some way to check progress. Like, how are we doing? This would be a really good place to hide one. Nope. All right. Ready. Another good place to hide one. There's one. What about upstairs? Upstairs seems like a really good place to hide one of those as well. Huh. I'm surprised. Hard and high turn around Cassandra. That's no surprise. Oh. There's one in this corner, though, near her. Somebody was using that corner around Cassandra to run under her nose. Okay. Letter from home. More hard and high town over there. This is more Garden High Town. So a whole lot near Cassandra. Okay.
Mara. Well, let me know if you find one.
This looks like a really good place to hide some of these. No? There's one.
The soldiers make me nervous. Sitting around here, tempers get short, and fighting. I saw one soldier reach for his belt like he was going to draw a dagger on the man he was arguing with. I was lucky he'd lost his dagger, or there'd have been more than a bloody nose.
Hard and High Town. Right there by the entrance. On the other side of the drawbridge, no less. I don't know that there's any way to get to that one.
I heard Corypheus has magic for you.
Take that back.
Oh, Free Marches Ranger. I do need to talk to Cole again because I've solved the mystery of at least one of the one of the odd things that he's been doing. Okay. This was the way to the kitchen. All right. Yes. And see, I guessed that, but I took so long to say it, it doesn't count. If you don't say it before you open the door, you didn't know where you were going. Okay. Back down here. We need to head up the tavern. We're going to find a lot of books there.
Can you believe this armor? It must have cost 2 houses.
It's all right. Kind of heavy.
Looks good on you. You too, Voth. I can't wait for the next job.
No, they don't. It's just what I heard.
Music is beautiful. Of course, she's got several copies. We're 8 away.
He was the boy who was supposed to die. He named himself after the horse.
So, Coles. Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Safer than on someone's belts, where they could draw them in the heat of an argument?
They would have been sad later.
Someone stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese.
Do mice also like bowls of crushed mint?
That was for the cats.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Welcome back, something like that. We all did.
True enough.
All right. Well, I think we've done everything we can do here, at least for the moment. What's down here? Oh, we have a dungeon?
Allies come enemies. Now we have a place to hold them.
No one to watch over, your worship. We either have many friends, or you've made short work of enemies.
Maybe a little of each, huh? Structural evaluation. Harder job, structural fractures throughout, major block shifted, settled to the age of more. Reshore it up, make it stable. Yeah, we don't have a lot of places to hold enemies, do we? Be another construction job, probably. Okay.
Inquisitor?
Is there even anywhere else for us to go? I think we've gone everywhere here. So there's 6 more somewhere. Okay. So we need to find some quarries and stuff. Emerald Graves. Well, that's a place that a lot of elves have died. Sarah Dorian and Varric. So we could start hunting that red lyrium with Varric. I'll make him happy. And start hunting some of the Venatori with the Dorian. I'll make him happy. All right, let's rest. Get the record. Oh, so Sarah might not even use the elixir when she uses it. 1,000 cuts coming. So Dorian. Increase the speed of the entire party. Okay. Artificer, huh? All right. Okay. Oh, well, let's do this then. Okay, good. There's at least that. So the Earl's invitation is now available. So let's go ahead and head back to Skyhold and get that taken care of. Then we can head back here. While we're doing this or not? Come on.
Your worship.
A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
You may see the Countess Lutetia in the halls. A lovely woman, but her conversations tend towards the unusual. She's the
Such
patron
as?
of Orlay's greatest naturalists. The Countess's particular passion is collecting butterflies.
Living or
That
dead?
doesn't sound unusual.
She goes into great detail about preserving them. It seems to involve large amounts of chemicals and pins.
Ah. Dead butterflies. That is a little weird. We have 5 more copies of Hardened Hightown to go. Got some gold.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all.
Pleasantries and metaversion
I
from our
will
last
inform
correspondence
you
with
if
the
that
Inquisition. We send a champion. It would not be wise to win, however, for Eldon's hold grudges. Trying to believe how Kellon with the victor taking title as a prize. Minutes left with that one. About an hour left there. The rest of the day on that one. Okay. Well. I'm gonna hang around here, finding out what's going on with the cats and the mint. Would that be in the kitchen? That seems like something that would happen in the kitchen. Ah, 4 more copies of Hardened Hightown to go. Three more to go. I think this is supposed to be find them all over, but in truth, we're just refinding them where we found them before. So there's like 3 copies of Vivian, which should end that pretty quick. Where would we find out about cats and mint? Who'd be talking about cats and mint? That's the thing, I don't know. Alright, well there's several in my quarters, which should solve that. It's a bug, but since I don't know how to do it without the bug, well, there you go. 200 influence. Seems like a lot, but whatever. I don't turn my nose up at it. All right.
Need something?
Carry on.
What's on your mind?
I should go.
Naturally.
Found your copies.
There are 47 ways to purify wyvern venom and to make it safe for human consumption.
Okay. What a strange person.
Off to another crisis, my dear. It has taken its toll on you.
Well, at least Vivian's no longer hating me. Alright, well. I guess we'll go back on our quest then. Senator Blackwell and Cole. I guess we'll go back over here and try to solve this one. All right. Character record. All right. Let's save and continue. We could go the long way around, but why? When there's a shortcut. Why are they all fighting me? Cassandra's supposed to be, like, pulling everyone toward them. Like, everyone should be going after Cassandra, and yet they're all freaking going after me. Okay, starting to piss me off. Finally, they're not just focusing on me. Holy crap. So obnoxious. Thing just kept retreating and retreating and retreating. All right. So what's next? Okay, so next, I think I might be able to do that one. Smuggler letter. Let's head toward this astrarium, because that's about where we need to be going. Oh. Looks like it's not going so well for you, bro. Nice. Okay, got a crystal griffin. Some more loot here. Well, Liliana's ready to report in. Found a new area. The Dire Stone. Found enough bloodstone, and we may be ready to become a necromancer, which that'll be interesting. I wonder how I'm supposed to get up there. That doesn't look like something I'm going to be able to climb. Yeah. Okay. So somehow or another I'm going to get up there, but not that way. Oh, can we use this save
We
point?
could camp here.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. Rest. Let's get some more potions. Lotus and root. Not sure what lotus and root did. Okay, somehow or another. Need to get up there. How, though? This might be it. Get up there this way.
You joined the Seekers when you were young, did you not?
I wanted to join the Templars, but was given to the Seekers.
So you knew what you wanted, even if you didn't get it.
I wanted vengeance at first, but I discovered a deeper joy in duty.
That's good. Some of us take much longer to find our place.
And some never find it. We are both lucky.
I think this is how I'm going to get over there. You're at the Dire Stone. Alright, let's move aside and try to get this. what's next? Investigate the fatal fall. I think I can get across there. Oh, goody. It's a bar. I mean, that bear is just ridiculous, right? Cassandra's over there taunting the bear. It's freaking horrifying. And you're like, man, I wonder how this person died. As we fight this gigantic dire bear. It's a great bear. Hide. I don't feel so great about that bear. Definitely a big bear. Okay. So from here, let's go back to camp and just heal and start over. Rest for a little bit. Okay, any good inventory. Medium armor. Oh, gotta be level 17. Not there yet. Well, that's unfortunate. Spike trap. That's Varric, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Well, where else can we go from here? Get this. Good. Ocean. Now. Say rain fact. In love. Some thing, and I will coffee. I place copy. Other I do enjoy that in a world with like dragons and giants, that the scariest thing you can fight is a bear. That's pretty good stuff. Oh. Where was Blackwall? I was pretty sure I centered that around them. Weird that PS5's having performance issues with this game from the PS3. Great bear hide. A lot of great bear hide. Okay, well, around here somewhere. Excuse me. Around here somewhere. It's the smuggler letter I'm looking for. Wow. These guys are a lot easier to beat than they used to be. Got some cotton. Grab my letter.
On the smugglers, referring to Samson.
That's a red lyrium. The reason we're in the Emerald Graves right now is because of Samson's request. Since we're here, let's hit this last astrarium and maybe pick up some goodies. And I have so much freaking Rashbine right now. Hopefully it's useful in some way, at some point. Ish-esque. Alright, let's move out of the way and see if we can get this one done. Yuck. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. It looked bad initially, but it's not bad at all. So, time to explore the cave. More guns arrived, operation available. Okay. Fine. More Rash 5. Gather all the Rash 5. We get all the Bloodstone here. We can then use that to construct the skull for that one. Jeez. Fine. Fry Demon, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, well, it's worth a shot. Let's go for it. We got some pretty big-time demons we're dealing with here. That's definitely not going well. Okay. Is this worth it? The answer is almost certainly not. Let's go again. One more, and then I will give up. You know what? I don't even need the one more. This is definitely not worth it. So what, I need 2 more bloodstones. And I'm there. There they are. So at this point, I just need to save and head to a new area. Head to my table and take care of that. Alright, so where is the place I need to go? Right here. Alright. So. Let's rest. I think it automatically rests, but just to be sure. Hit my potions and requisitions. A Tortalisi skull. Do not take on apprentices to teach their craft. At least not until after they've passed on. A true necromancer creates a relic that will house the soul of another who is already dead. It will ensure it is respectful and that it pulses with power enough to demonstrate their serious intention. That will draw a Tortalisi to teach them their final arts, whispered from the mouth of the polished skull. Okay. So honestly, let's do that mission. Baius Anaxis. Okay. Let's become a necromancer. Oh. Yes, I know, kitty. I know. Yes, I know. As much fun as the Fade Mage sounds, the Necromancer sounds way cooler.
The funniest thing I've seen in years.
What's up, Iron Bull?
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
And they really don't like Red Lyrium.
Yep.
They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
That could be a powerful alliance.
Indeed.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step. They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's... I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
I thought Kunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah. Just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Kunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Kunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Hi. All right. Speaker Vius Anaxis.
Inquisitor?
The recipe is complete. The ceremony ended. You know our way. Now you must choose to accept this role. To shepherd and to condemn.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm ready to commit to this. To train in necromancy.
Then you honor me as well. You have begun a path that goes well beyond where others must stop. You will find, Inquisitor, that life is not so final as some might think. Welcome to our way.
All right. So, necromancy it is. So I need to remove some of this winter and turn it into necromancy. All right. So, to do that, I believe I need to go down to the hold. The forge, something like that. Hi, kitty. I know. You need love right this instant.
Inquisitor.
Look what you made me do. I walked right through the fire. It's your fault. Yeah, I know, kitty. I know. I love you too, buddy. Oh, just in time to get a report. Good deal. Okay.
Pick your batch.
Upgrade potions. Oh. Oh wow, lots of rash vines, so good for Solus. I need blood lotus for all of this. All right. So what am I needing right now? Oh man. Ever blessing and Amrita's vein. There we go. Spike trap. That was Varric, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, so not that. Dorian. Oh, we're just so freaking close. Okay. Vivian. I like Death Ward. More for him. And then Vivian can use the Staff of Aidan Allied. Okay, and the Enchanter Ice Staff will be for Solus eventually. All right, so after that, we've got Cassandra. Move that one. Okay, and then let's see, Cole. Hold on. Level 15. Cole's not level 15. I guess Cole is not level 15. All right, we'll put those both in the in storage. All right, let's see. Mandatory helmet. All right, Ilana. Okay. Okay. Dorian with the Mask of Shalons. Strong helmet's better for him. He's happy with the Assassin hat. BN. Legion Mage hat. Solus, Battle Mage cowl for sure. From the Scout hat for Varric. Oof. So plus 6% critical chance. I think I like what I have better already. And we'll store the Warden helmet. Oh, okay, so that'll also get stored. You know what? That goes better on you. But you're not good enough yet to wear it. So we'll roll with this for now. Sell my valuables. Okay. Store the rest. looks very nice. Blackwell's good with the hatchet. We'll sell this blade. Baker's Great Shield. Oh. I don't think I meant to do that. That's two-handed. Ah, drat. Okay. All right. Well, let's build another weapon since I accidentally sold something I didn't mean to sell. Chance of masterwork. Summer stone. Damage, strength. Extra strength. Strong, brutal Falchion. Strong, enhanced grip. Extra strength with some stagger to it. Okay, so let's... I need more water. Get this going. I think I reset my my skills here in a moment. perk. Okay. Don't need that. I actually have several friends among the nobility, so I actually could use that. Let's use our connections. Marl's invitation, we gain some more influence. Invading the Grove's influence and split pommel. Invading crows. Alright, hold on. Bother. Do me a favor. After all, Lord Enzo's quite dead. Good plant false leads for the crows.
Let's see what we have.
They're trying to kill someone in exchange. Offer of help on their terms. Dark Vellum, obviously dwarven markings.
To work.
All right. Okay. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And 13 hours. Okay. All right. Give me just a moment. All right, be right back. Okay, we have about 40 more minutes before we break for lunch. Let's get this character record out of the way because I clearly need to do a lot of this stuff. just going to become a master necromancer here, like instantly. Interesting. I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah. Inward damage, yes. That means I can freaking use that. I like it. So at the moment, I've lost my ability to use revive, but I feel like it's worth it with the crazy stuff I can do here. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay, so there are specific apostates that she wants hunted down. I can do that for her. Demands of the Cune, head to the Storm Coast with Bull. I think that may be what I need to do next. Demands the Cune it is. Okay. Let's save. It's been a minute. And we will head Out? Yes. All right. With these three. All right, let's go.
All right. Our Kunari contact should be here to meet us.
Excellent.
He is. Good to see you again, Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We work together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure
Awesome.
to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Iron Bull's name is Hisrad?
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hisrad, because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions, or...
Liar. It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
Spy.
I'm only here because we both want to stop Corypheus.
Indeed. The Tevinter Imperium is bad enough without the interference of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter, the war with Kunandar could get worse.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks.
Right.
We could lose Saharan and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hasrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
Sounds good.
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong.
Right.
If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting Red Lyrium into Minrathos?
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces. Why not use them?
Because then the Venatori would have seen you coming and run. They'd schedule a new shipment for later, and our spies might not know when or where. This is risky, yes, but it's our best chance to destroy the shipping operation permanently.
Okay.
If it's dangerous for the dreadnought close to shore, why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
That's a really good
Any
question.
decent smuggling ship can outrun a dreadnought on open water. We
Oh,
need to catch
that's a good
them
answer.
close to shore.
So,
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well. If the dreadnought can't handle them...
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage.
okay.
Let's go hold up our end of this bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There, and there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Krim can lead the charges. Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready to move.
Okay.
Just waiting on you and Hisrad, or Iron Bull, I guess.
Do you have a minute to talk about the Qun?
I'm a spy, Inquisitor, not a teacher. I'm not interested in converting anyone or debating the philosophy. But I suppose it would make for an interesting report to hear the Inquisitor's opinion of the Qun.
I literally don't know
To
it.
be honest, I don't really understand enough of the Qun to judge it.
I think you have to be raised under the Qun for it ever to make sense. The people who join as adults either end up unhappy or, well, for many, it's just a kind of form of slavery. I like the simplicity. I like knowing my place and knowing that it's the right place. Other parts
a
I
hierarchy.
struggle with myself.
Sounds like following the Qun hasn't always been easy.
I had a temper. Bull's nickname for me, Gat, comes from Gatlock, the explosive power in Canary cannons. I was so angry when I was first freed. I wanted revenge. I wanted to find my family who was still enslaved in Minrathos.
Oh,
I
goodness.
thought about leaving when the Kyun didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, but I didn't.
Why not?
The Qunari were always ready to listen, to teach. They cared for me as much as one of their own. And if I leave, the parts of the Kyun that I don't like are never going to change.
Interesting. Try to change it from within. I can understand that. I got a kind of similar relationship with the Chantry.
No one's actually detailed how an alliance with the Qunari will help the Inquisition.
The answer to that is above my rank. But the Qunari don't really bargain. They don't know how. I doubt you want Qunari troops stomping around your stronghold, and you're too far away for supplies to be useful. You get more use out of our ships, I imagine. And the agents we've got spread across Thedas. We know a lot more than what Bull sees in those reports he's been forwarding to your spy master.
Is Bull going to get in trouble for passing those reports on?
The Ben Hasrath aren't pleased with how forthcoming Bull has been, but he was one of their best agents. He kept the streets clean in Saharon longer than anyone before him or after. He fought until it nearly killed him. But Ben Hasrath trust him enough to accept how he joined the Inquisition, even if they don't like it. Besides, they hate to discard a tool that might still have some use left in it. That's why I have a job.
I don't like the relationship they're spelling out between Bull and these guys.
How did an elf end up working for the Qunari out here?
Ben Hasrath usually pick elves or humans to work outside of Kunandar. They're a little harder to spot.
Right.
I've worked in Orlais and Navarra, but only for a few years now.
What did you do before that?
When I was old enough, I fought to Vinter forces in Saharon. I was too angry to do much else. It took me a long time to accept the Kyun, to get past justice, to purpose. Some days are still difficult.
You knew Iron Bull back when he fought in Saharan.
Yes, he led the group that freed me.
Oh,
I was
that's
a
good.
Magister's slave, and when the Magister went to Saharon, he brought me along. For company. Iron Bull and his men attacked my master's ship and killed him, as well as his soldiers. Bull set me free.
And then you went back into slavery.
And you decided to start following the Qun after that.
What do you think? I just watched a giant horned warrior kill the Magister who hurt me.
I don't know this story.
He never told me about this.
One of the few things he hasn't shared with you, I gather. Sure, Bull. Share the secret Ben Hasrath reports, but keep that bit where you saved the elf boy to yourself.
Yeah, you guys seem pretty annoyed with him sharing off the reports.
I await your pleasure, Inquisitor.
Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the Dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Get in close and take their enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Qunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers, hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it,
Nice.
Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
Okay, let's clear out the Venatori.
You gave your chargers the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Vince up ahead!
Don't let them warn the others.
So I'm going to have to get used to being a little bit more aggressive, since I'm not as much of the light mage anymore.
You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Prince up ahead!
Don't let them warn the others. You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Prince up ahead!
Don't let them warn the others.
So I need to purchase that other thing again, possibly, and go back to the way I was, just with more defense. Sorry.
You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Prince up ahead!
Don't let them warn the others. Get ready. We're close.
Arise, Venatori. Full attack!
big part of the problem seems to be the UI. Because I can't trust that when it says I'm healing someone, that I'm actually healing them. It's like, this person's being revived. Are they? Maybe. I don't know. It says they are. Does that mean they actually are? Maybe. I don't know.
You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Prince up ahead.
Don't let them warn the others.
Yeah, for this mission, we need to turn off the friendly fire because it's not working. It's killing too many of our people. All right, turn off friendly fire. Let's try this again.
Gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times. Prince up ahead.
Don't let them warn the others.
Hey, not bad.
No, and I would prefer not to discuss it. You join the Qun? And put you into something worse. A slave may always struggle for freedom, but you among the Qun have been taught not to think.
Solus, not the time.
Let's see. Character record. So Solus is quite annoyed right now. See, what is this? Oh, Walmart delivery is almost here. Okay. All right. About 7 minutes. All right. Nice. All right. Save. Signal the dreadnought.
We're clear, Cat. Chargers already sent theirs up. See them down there? There's the dreadnought. That brings back memories. Nice one. Crap.
They've still got time to fall back if you signal them now.
Yeah. They do that. They're dead.
Apparently someone is supposed to be alive that's not.
They're my men.
I think we've killed the contact. We have to save the man.
Call the
obviously.
retreat.
They're falling back.
We can make this up to your people.
No way they'll get out of range. Won't be long now.
Bull, when the dreadnought sinks...
Sinks? Canary dreadnoughts don't sink. Come on. Let's get back to my boys.
So I feel like someone died that was supposed to still be alive, and that changed that scene quite a lot.
Hey, boss.
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples.
Weren't you dead?
Nor will you be receiving any more Ben Hasrath reports from your Talvishoth ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hasrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
You alright, Bull?
Yeah. Guess I'll have more free time without having to write all those reports.
Bull.
Boss, let me have this one, all right? This one needs to be mine. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
How did the Chargers come out of the fight?
Just fine. Thanks to you and the Chief, we had plenty of time to fall back. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chasing sack mead for the Chargers tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
Ah, forget it. You're doing fine.
Canary bench, huh?
I understand you've been looking into the spells of the Mortalitasi.
Yes, I
Only
have.
a certain kind of person is drawn to necromancy. My uncle found it fascinating.
What do you mean by a certain kind of person?
A morbid kind. Drawn to flesh and corpses and... well, growing up in Navarra, it seemed like an obsession to everyone around me. My uncle always had a corpse in the manse, anointing it with perfumes and reading to it as if it were a child. Whatever your interest, I hope you don't go as far as he. The smell of embalming fluid is unpleasant.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I'd rather not.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay. So, Bull. How you doing?
Our heroes strode the winding road, defiant of the vile.
Uncertain fall for home and fall, when met the multitude smile.
A man his kin, through blood and sin, a bastard of the gloom. A rising cut through bone and gut, an awful skyward blue. I think this one is simply not my style.
No, they don't. It's just what I am.
All right, so I'm going to save. I need a break for lunch, and then I will be back after lunch. I do plan to go a little long this afternoon to make up for starting a little late. All right, see you soon.